And welcome back to the Showroom Presents. You know, we all love that 4th of July getaway, but the driving part can be stressful, long, tedious. So wouldn't it be great to have a car that drives for us? Well, they're not available yet, but some of the technology is here already. And to take us through some of the new driver assist features is technology expert Mario Armstrong. Welcome to the show, Mario.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on. You're absolutely right, man. Driverless cars, way out in the future, but yep, the driver assist technology is here and now. So making the roads a lot safer for people and really helping us just be better drivers with the right technology in the cars.
So how is the technology making driving safer?
A couple of things. Ford has been really innovative. For years, I've been following Ford as someone that follows technology. I noticed them years ago at the Consumer Electronics Show. But let me tell you, the cars that I have here today with me all have driver assist technology in them. And there are several models of different Ford vehicles that also have the driver assist technology in them. So it's always, there's a car that's going to be affordable for you that has that technology in it. The most important thing I want to point out are some of the features of the system. The first one is the blind spot information system. This is really genius because what happens is if you don't see a car, another vehicle, the Ford vehicle will pick up via radar that it has that another vehicle is in your blind spot, and it will flash a blinking yellow LED indicator right there on the mirror for you so you know to avoid that accident. So that's big. Another one is the lane keeping system, keeping the car in its actual lane. So if you drift out of the lane and don't intend to, it will nudge you back into the center, and it will vibrate the steering wheel to make sure you're not falling asleep at the wheel, which is key. And then last but not least, one of my favorite, man, you'll like this. Maybe you don't have the same problems that I do, but it's a little difficult for me to get into parallel parking sometimes. And so I need a little help, man. I'll admit it, I need a little help. There's something called the Active Park Assist technology that Ford has created, which basically means I can take my hand, I can pull up to the space, take my hands off the wheel, and it will scan the environment around me and be able to steer into the space for me. All I have to do is, when it tells me, to tap my foot on the brake or my foot on the gas.
Well, I'll tell you, anytime, anywhere, when that commercial for Ford comes on and people see that, everybody's going like, oh my God, that's great. I hate the parallel park.
Right, no, a lot of people, because it's too embarrassing. Like, the pressure is on. You get the pressure from the people in the car. Can you make it in the spot? You got people at the restaurant that's outside looking at you like, will they make it in the spot? It's too much pressure, man. So if you can hit a button and then take your hands off the wheel, if you want to be cool about it, then don't take, just put your hands, mimic like they're on the wheel, so you can look like you're doing it, but the car's actually doing it for you.
Or you can do what I do and like you send your the people in the car out so that they can like one in the front, one in the back, and they can guide you in,
Yeah, there you go. That's another easy way. Hey, you guys hop out right here. This is good. I'll be back around in a minute. But they're cool. I'm a dad too, and I think about young kids getting on the road this summer, and there's technology that also helps keep those teen drivers safe as well too.
So let me ask you this. Now, we already have some features in these vehicles. So what are some of the new features that are going to be coming into the marketplace?
Yeah, so I think some of the new stuff that's going to come out, I mean, first off, like being able to limit the top speed of the vehicle, like the parent using My Keys technology, that's kind of new, that you could limit the speed of the car. That you could also make sure that you could scan the radio so that it doesn't play explicit lyrics. You can also set the low fuel warning to come up sooner. So if you got that kid that relies on the reserve tank too much, you can make sure that they won't break down without gas. But the coolest thing of all is probably something called the hands-free lift gate. Essentially being able to open up your trunk without using your hands. So you're carrying bags, grocery bags, maybe you have the stroller, whatever it has, you have the key in your pocket or in your purse, you simply just swipe your foot right under the bumper and it's going to automatically open up the trunk for you. That's genius.
That's a fantastic feature.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. That's total innovation right there, and you can close it the same way. So many times I'm coming out of the store with bags, and I think about women that may be coming out to a parking lot at night by themselves too. Like, there's a lot of safety reasons that this is really good innovation right here.
Sure. It's funny you talk about like speed limiters. Remember years ago in the older cars, they had that gauge that you could set right on the speedometer. It was like a little red gauge, and when you hit it, it actually like blow a little horn in the car, so you knew, hey, I'm going over 60 now, or whatever the case may be, however you had it set. And it's sort of interesting to see some of these safety features that are coming back, but in the modern century.
In new ways.
You know what I mean?
No, you're right. They're like coming back in new ways. Like, for example, this is a beautiful Ford Fusion sedan, but when you see this car on the cover, I'm going to try to really point out a spot here on the car. If you can see that maybe looks like a dent or a rivet or something. Actually, that's where the radar sensors are put into the vehicle.
Okay.
So you're right. Like,
okay.
It's like old school thought with old school technology, but now being married up with really new technology that's a lot smarter and a lot faster, so we can really invent different things.
Right. And even navigation systems, I think that's a great piece of modern technology now. I mean, here you can travel. You love driving to your destinations. You can travel, and then not knowing where you are, what attractions there are, what restaurants you'd like to go to. It's incredible to think you can do that.
Not only that, inside, you're so right, because now the display has taken on a different meaning. Because if you have a navigation system in your car, you can obviously see, but all of these cars have a rear view camera that's right here on it as well. So I don't know if you've been in a car where you've actually put it in reverse and seen your display show you what's behind you. That's amazingly awesome. It took me a minute to get adjusted to it. Like, I had to stop looking up at the rear view mirror and actually look at the display and get used to that. But that's one. Another thing too that's really neat is the ability for, like, when you're talking about current technology that's in there, let me show you. Like, this is brand new, a lot of people haven't seen yet. So this seat belt says inflatable belt right there. That's
okay, right.
Inflatable seat belts. Like, that's not been done before. This is when you talk about, like, really innovating on things. So the seat belt was something I'm trying to get at. Like, you mentioned GPS. Obviously, seat belts have been around for a while as a form of technology to keep us safe, but now it's even gotten even more advanced by having an inflatable belt, not just a regular seat belt.
Yeah, it's true. There's some great things currently available, and I look forward to seeing some of the many new innovations that will be out. Some in the near future, some in the far future. So Mario, listen, where can the folks at home go to get some more information on some of these great features?
Yeah, I encourage the parents to get online and check out, and kids as well, Ford.com, obviously, but you can hop on their Twitter page or Facebook as well. Oh, and one key thing, I was thinking about this. I was like, if people are going to rent a car this summer to travel, rent a Ford with the driver assist technology. That way you get to test it out and see if it's a good fit for you.
Wow, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I just want people to be safe on the road, man. And my job is to, like, really test technology. I wouldn't stand behind it if I didn't do it myself. It's not like I had this car for a day and I think it's cool. Like, I've tested these cars for several weeks at a time, and so I really have had a chance to really live with the car and understand, like, what its impact really is. So definitely recommend trying it out. I think it's one of those things that you won't be sold on it by just, like, reading a sheet of paper. You got to get in it and try it out.
I agree wholeheartedly. Well, listen, Mario, the good folks in Buffalo and Western New York, thank you for all your hard work, and thank you so much for joining us on the Showroom Presents today.
Thanks for having me on your show. Really appreciate you and the viewers. Be safe this holiday and be safe this summer.
Don, you call that showing off?
How about the dazzling diamond deals we're showing off at the Showroom on Union? Diamond engagement rings.
Diamond band.
Diamond anniversary.
Diamond fashion.
Diamonds, and more diamonds.
All at a fraction of the pricey stores.
And buy with confidence, because all Showroom diamonds will come with a Gem Lab certificate as requested, guaranteeing natural diamonds of value. Don't forget, we feature GIA certified diamonds.
Showing off great diamonds and great deals every day.
At Airport Plaza Jewelers, the Showroom on Union.